I got a problem here still. Good morning, traders, and God bless. I am Ricky Gaspard, your host for this pre-market session. And just like we do each morning, we'll be watching this column for these numbers to change. We want to look for 90% and higher. The ones that are stuck on 100 do not have any volume. And these with the plus sign are the ones that's been moving this morning. So we want to see a 90, 95, and 100 moving in this column next to these plus signs. Then we want to confirm the volume here. We want enough volume to get in and get out safely. So we need a high volume flow. We want this number to continue moving, no stalling. We want these green bars breaking above this yellow average volume line, and we want the My Blessing indicator green line going upwards. If you are a new trader, I highly suggest you trade on paper. Write down your entry, your exit, and your results. If you're profitable on paper, then change over to real money. If you're successful with real money, the only thing you need to do to increase your profit is increase your share size. But when you first start with real money, start with small share size, anywhere between 1 and 10 shares. Also, I'm not a financial advisor. Make sure you reach out to the proper authorities before you take any of my advice or use any of my indicators. And make sure your active trader is on EXT. Your TIF is on EXT so you don't miss a trade. And thank you for joining me this morning. Had a little bit of issue getting YouTube going, but I finally got it going. Watching SNOA this morning, it's been pretty much the only mover. We also have a bubble here that we're waiting on. You'll see it flashing here. We want it to kind of stick, and we want these numbers pegging 95 and 100 before you click the mouse. About 1 second. Let's see what we got here. See if we can get a play in. Pushing up higher, 100%. When you hear me call out percentages, I'm calling out that bubble that appears here. Looks like they may be taking a little bit of profit here. So be very careful. We got a red bubble. Usually when these stocks are moving before our market opens, they start taking profit the moment our market opens. So be careful when you see one running up and then our market opens at the top of the hour, they may sell off on you. Still some profit taking going on. While we're waiting on this one, I'm also watching this column for anything that's in the 90 plus, 90, 95, 100. But if you see 100s and there's no volume, it just means it's waiting on another transaction. It doesn't have anything to calculate. That's why we're looking for these 94s, 95s. Let's see what this one's going to do. This is NVIDIA slowly creeping up. We'll continue to watch SNOA, see if it starts bringing buyers back in. We're waiting on this My Blessing indicator to turn around. We want to see green up here in these labels. We want to see a green bubble. We want to see a green bar breaking above the yellow average volume line. And we want to see a green indicator here. So once we're all green, that's when this stock's going to take off. CJ, what I've done is a lot of people was requesting the 1 minute chart with this indicator, so I broke it down. It's still functioning the same, so I've got the 1 minute, the 5 minute, and the 15 minute. So once they're all green, it assures you that the 15 minute is also green. So we have green labels, a green bubble, green and green, means the stock is rising. Still have the 15 minutes set up as well. I like it just as much as I do this one. So you can basically play the 15-minute chart if you wait on this final label up here to get green. But you can play the 15-minute chart off the 1 minute chart. Selling off, you can see the My Blessing is still pointing south. So we're not getting anywhere. Ronnie, look over in newest free scripts for the updated one. It's down at the bottom. Make sure you delete the old one. Or you can keep the 15-minute. It doesn't matter. If you're used to it and you like it, you can stay there. Continuing to sell off on this one, SNOA. Good morning, Mark. Watching for some 90s and 95s and 100s up here with volume. This one not looking so good currently. Not seeing anything just yet. Patience is key here. We wait for the stocks to come to us. If it's moving, we're going to find it in these scans. So we just have to wait till it happens. We're set up and ready to attack. We just need to wait. Good morning, cash flow, and everybody else just popping in. So if you're just getting here and you haven't been here before, we're waiting for 90, 95%, 100% with volume to pop into this column. Those of you that are new here, this is not an entry. We don't have a green labels. We don't have a green bubble yet. We don't have green bars breaking above yellow. This indicator is lining up here. And that's why it wasn't an entry. Checking these 91s and 92s up here, not moving any volume. AGRI on the fly here. Looking good. Green labels, green bar above the yellow line. This indicator is pointing north. Wait for a green bubble before you enter. We want this bubble to stick in place. We lost our green label. Let's make sure this isn't a pump and dump before we go click the mouse button. Pulling back down. Some buyers coming in for the push. We're getting a green bubble at 95%. Let's see if we can keep it going. We need some 95s and 100s in that bubble. Remember to take some profit. You don't have to sell all your shares, but take some profit on each of these spike upwards. Green bar coming above the yellow line for another push. This one's not too consistent. It's flashing out of these green labels up here, so be very careful. It may sell off any moment. It's not a steady, solid run. Quite jumpy, actually. Profit taking going on, selling. You can see the selling in this bar down here. Red label, they're going to sell it off, it looks like. So if we had news come out, this is the news more than likely. Then they read the news. If they don't like it, they sell it off. And then you have the market makers. We buy a stock, drive it up. The market makers say, all right, let's run it back and make them all get out. And then they run it up. So we'll hang on to it and see what happens. Let's see if it turns around from this level here and shoots right back up for a bigger run. Need this indicator to turn around. We need green bars and green labels. We don't have either. Didn't like that one at all. Did not even click the mouse button. Too jumpy for me. I like smooth transitions into the profit, not I got to hurry up and click to get out. I hate those kind of trades. This might be the run up. Let's see if it happens. We've got a green bubble, but it's not at 95 and 100. We do not have green labels. We still have the My Blessing heading downwards. We do not have green bars breaking above the yellow line. Looks like the buyers are coming in. Now that they flushed everyone out, let's see if they make a drive up here. Still need this indicator to turn around. Amen to that, Rosebud. Patience is key. Starting to look like the news was not any good. Or at least not good enough to keep the investors coming. All right, we have a few buyers coming in. 91%. This indicator still has not turned around. So probably not trustworthy at this point. Yeah, I think this one may be done for a while. There is a possibility it could go up, not just right now. Do have a green label. We're getting a bubble here. We've got this indicator turning green. Need to lock in though. This needs to stay green and that bubble needs to stay up here. Don't let it tease you. It may not go. Looks like the buyers are still there. Bubble coming back. We don't have any green up here. Still have a few buyers holding it up. Green bubble is back at 100%. Quick spike up to here and automatic rejection coming right back down. The buyers need to get serious here. We need to get locked in and just drive it on up. So I'm on a 1-minute chart. So on the chart, this bubble is a 1-minute bubble, and this is the 1-minute label. So these numbers are going to match the bubble here. If we were on a 5-minute chart, these numbers would match the bubble on a 5-minute chart. And if we go back to the old setup on the 15-minute, these numbers will match the bubble on a 15-minute chart. So this one is equal to this. So without going to the 5-minute and the 15, I'm able to see if I have bubbles over there on the other time frames. So if all three are green, I know that they're into this stock and they're buying it pretty hard. So if you liked it on the 15-minute chart, you're simply waiting on this one to turn green and these indicators to be doing their part above the yellow line, and this one moving up. %. Still weak in the buyer side. A few more buyers coming in. I don't like that this bubble's not sticking. This is random buyers and sellers. They're not really driving it here. We don't have a bunch of buyers to continually push this stock up. So it's kind of hit or miss at this point. We did get a spike up there to 266, but there's a lot of selling. Every time it spikes, it just gets rejected and back down. So not a good, easy play here. It's almost like you see it spiking, you buy it, and they yank it back down. It could put you negative if you played that game. The buyers are coming back to try to push it through. If we need to push this red line up and get above everything. If we can get above all the sellers, it may run a bit more. We have buyers coming in at random times, not just a solid flow of buyers. Had some selling going on. I'm hoping something else pops up. We'll just leave that one alone. You can put it in a personal watch list to keep an eye on it throughout the morning in case it does decide to take off. Looks like they may be giving up on it. Well, good job, traders, on the ones that made a little bit of money. If you made 20 bucks, you did good because it was a jumpy one. I should say if you made anything, you got in and got out fast enough to keep it. Got a $3 win, a $70 win, a $20 win, a loss of $2. Maddie, that's what I specialize in, tracking buyers and sellers. I don't care about anything else, just if the buyers are outnumbering the sellers. And thank you very much, Maddie. Looks like everybody made less than 100. Well, I see Gary made 130. Good job, Gary. Good job, Go Swin and Maddie. We can make a lot more than that. We just need the proper stock. One that's not so jumpy. Maddie, if you hit that label at the top, the white and yellow one, you can join our Discord. Then on the left side, once you join, there's an upgrade now button. Click that, just follow the instructions. If you have any trouble, hit that support button. MIRA, looking for MIRA. Make sure you check volumes before you post stock picks. Saves me a lot of work. All right, we got a spike up. They're currently taking profit. Let's see if we can get a bubble, some green labels. This indicator needs to be green. This one is pulling back currently, so this is not an entry level. We do have a green bubble and the first 1 minute green label. Let's see if it'll continue to light up all of these labels up here. Watching for a green tall bar here of buyers. We need this indicator to turn around. They're selling it off. Few more buyers trying to come in, but the sellers keep knocking them down. Well, I was hoping we didn't see any red this morning, but it looks like the red is trying to take over. All right, 97%. Still need this indicator to flip around. Don't have any green labels. Looks like we're lining up here. Hopefully the buyers will keep pushing and see if we can get it back up there to that top red line. 100%. Seller bubble immediately comes in. The buyers buy it up. Green dominator bar of buyers. They're trying to push it higher. 100%. Come on, 15-minute label. That's what we need. 100%. There we go. We're pushing up higher. Be very careful here. Remember I said take some profit if you are in it. They don't look like they're very trustworthy this morning. We're getting green and sellers sitting on top of all of the buyers. A lot of sellers here. We do have green on the My Blessing, but we don't have the buyers yet. I don't trade these cheaper stocks. I probably never will unless it's just, if it's too good to be true, I may click the button. But I don't like this volatility. They're just too jumpy for me. I prefer something $5 and up. Really in the $20 and $30 range is where I like. They run a lot smoother. 99 and 100. Buyers are pushing it up. Two labels were green. More buyers pushing it up. We do have a tall bar. Take profit. Remember I said that. It's not going to stick, I don't think. They just been too jumpy. Tall wicks on the top. Too many sellers up here waiting on the spike upward so that they can get out. The buyers are trying to keep it up. We've lost our green labels. Ticker is right here, MIRA. Good job, YouTube. Good to see you, brother. Good job, Ghost Win. Good job, Greg B, Andy, Majika. Bunch of sellers. Just never forget to sell on these spikes. Take some profit, lock it in. Don't let it take you down with the whole lot of shares. They are jumpy this morning. Good job, Autumn Rain. Autumn Rain, good observation to be able to pull 142 out of this. So great job. Amen to that. See, they are definitely selling it off now. Not that I'm aware of, Barry. Haven't even looked at the weather this morning, and that's strange for an old person. Just look at it as holy water, Barry. That's how I do it. Good Lord is cleansing the earth. This looks more of a disaster than it does a moneymaker. So good job on those of you who made a profit. Mark, this is actually the volume profile. I have manipulated the code to suit my needs and everyone else's needs. Got rid of all the Christmas ornaments off of it and only kept the best part. I am a coder. That's how you're getting all this information, from my coding. You won't find these indicators on Thinkorswim. Amen, C. I agree. Weather changes. You actually your joints in your body start hurting before the weather changes. We have a built-in weatherman. It's on whatever time frame I put my chart on. I'm on a current 1 minute chart. UPXI. Thank you, Rock. Let's see if it goes anywhere. I see a bunch of sellers on board at this level. Here are the sellers in this bar. This is not your typical volume bars, okay? The green are buyers, the red are sellers. This is my creation. This is not standard volume. We're only looking 20 bars back for the calculations. We got more buyers than sellers. Now more sellers than buyers. And currently no buyers. Good job, BBG. Okay, UPXI, are you going to fly or not? We got a 15-minute, 95%. No bubble down here on the 1 minute. My blessing is headed south. We do have buyers coming in, 100% for the push. We are lit up here. Let's see what happens. This is what we want. Let's go, baby. Push it on up there. Need this indicator to get back green and turn north. Need that bubble to pop back in. Remember what I said, if you clicked it right when I brought it up and you are in profit, take a little. Don't wait on the drop. There's the bubble. Maybe some more buyers coming in. I'm watching this bar. Need a tall green one to push it higher. Too many sellers right there at that level. Good call out, Rock. It did work out eventually for a little bit. Good job, Joe. Watching this bar. Let's see if we get a push. Need that bubble to come in. Now, Rock, I'm not going to pass up the opportunity to make a little bit. So thank you very much. Good job, JC. Robert, up 2 cents. Couple of you got near $100 on here. Good save, Aaron. $46 loss is nothing, really. If you don't try, you don't earn. Good job, KK. 227. Nice save, Sawyer, on your $47 loss. Keep those losses little and it won't be an issue. They're definitely selling. They're not buying currently. Good job, Jamie. This has been a jumpy week. We haven't had, but I think one good one. I think that was Monday. That was a nice, smooth run. I don't remember the symbol. Of course, I hardly ever know what I'm playing. I'm playing numbers, and sometimes I fail to even remember what I traded. I just want the money. I don't care what company it is. I did not, KK. No after hours for me yesterday. Yeah, I heard the earnings was pretty good, or good enough to make the stock move anyway. Oh, they were terrible? So I guess I was misdirected then. Good job, Joe. That goes to show you good news, bad news. The buyers and sellers are going to do what they want. So if Tesla went up on bad news, bad earnings, it's a buyer thing. We're not letting it fall today. We're going up. Maybe that's the good news I heard, T. That Elon was back at work at Tesla. I don't really follow news unless I just happen to hear somebody talking about it. I'm only interested in numbers. I like playing the market mathematically rather than waiting on somebody's rumor. YouTubers, I'm going to take you through the top of the hour here, but I'll have to cut you loose shortly afterwards. Let's see if something hits at 7 or 8, depending on where you are, or 5 in the morning. Let's just say the top of the hour. My list of plus signs is getting shorter. Not much to choose from. About 30 seconds to go before the top of the hour. Maddie, if you click that label up above the chat, it should take you right to our Discord. The yellow and white one. Maddie, I'll go ahead and post a link for you in the chat. Uh-oh, that didn't work. Well, it's not letting me do that. I don't know what YouTube has done here. They're not letting me post a link. That link at the top should work, though. I understand. Thank you, Steve. Good to see you here as well. I will be back on Friday for YouTube. Not really seeing anything from the top of the hour. You are welcome, Parsley. All right, YouTubers, doesn't look like we're going to get another play in here on the top of the hour. I appreciate each and every one of you who joined me this morning. I will be back on Friday. If you're interested in joining our Discord, hit that white and yellow label at the top. Sign up for free, then upgrade. You get 60 plus scans, 30 plus special indicators. You get me streaming 4 hours a day. You get Milo's training. You get Amadeus training when he gets time. So thank you for joining me, and I will see everyone back on Friday. Have a very blessed day. Don't go give it away if you made a little bit. God bless. I'm out.